I heard this roar. I thought it was a truck dragging something.
I heard one Friday night, too, and it sounded like roaring thunder.
Yeah, and I went outside,
My grandson
there
was
was a jet that was flying all around Peyton Arrow, an F-15, around Peyton Arrow, went up toward the mall, up toward the north end of New Bedford, turned, came back, did it 3 or 4 times.
What was it looking for?
I have no clue.
don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I have no clue.
My grandson was telling me, like Sean said, it was Friday in Fairhaven. The thing he said to come in, I thought it was going to crash into the house the way it sounded. Oh.
Yeah, exactly. And then did it again today.
What that was about.
Maybe it was a drill.
Today. I don't know.
Maybe it was a drill.
One jet.
How about those Celtics?
How about them?
How about those Celtics? Garnett's back. The team seems to be back. They're back on track.
Hey, before we get into that, let's talk a little local sports. Let's talk a little
What
local
we got?
sports.
Dartmouth?
Tonight, you got Dartmouth playing New Bedford. That should be a really good game.
Ooh.
Excuse me, that's where I'm going as soon as I leave here. Right to Dartmouth High School.
And Dartmouth High or Dartmouth High?
It's at Dartmouth High. It's at Dartmouth High. And Dartmouth girls are still New Bedford girls are still undefeated.
Not bad.
Dartmouth girls are playing very well also.
I think
Rochester's
the
playing
Fairhaven
very well.
girls are undefeated,
Fairhaven got beat by New Bedford.
Oh, did they?
They got walloped by New Bedford. They got walloped by New Bedford. New Bedford's the real deal.
And what's going on at Wareham?
Oh, Wareham. What's going on at Wareham? I went to the game last Friday, or was it Friday before? Friday before. Friday before I went to the game. And East Boston and Wareham played, and that was the thing with the kid that was suspended. I'm not going to mention his name. He did not play that game. That was
It's funny. He's doing well, though, lately.
Yeah.
His numbers are good.
Yeah, that was the 4th game he was suspended for. I sat down with him for about 15, 20 minutes before the game, before the East Boston game, and him and I had a long conversation. I'm hoping it did him some good. I'm really hoping it sunk in. I don't know if it will.
Right.
But like I told him, you're one of 1,000. I said, let me put you in my car, take you for a ride this summer, and let's go play at Rutgers Park in New York City, and I'll show you how good you are. You'll be brought down to earth real quick.
He's scoring an awful lot of points per game.
Real quick. But Wareham does not have any competition in their division, none whatsoever.
True.
None whatsoever. They got blown out by East Boston. East Boston beat them by 17 points. And the thing that bothered me more than anything about that game is when that game was over, there were you talk on the floor, you talk stupidity on the floor, you talk junk on the floor, what can you do and all this stuff, and that's part of basketball.
Right.
But for 3 Wareham players to walk off the court at the end of the game and not shake hands.
Oh, jeez, that's not good.
The JV team did the same thing.
That's not
good. The JV team got beat by 35. And the JV team did the same thing. But I will give it to Spider, who runs the Wareham Recreational League. He went up to those players and forced them back out in the court and made them shake hands.
You should have.
And that's from an assistant coach. Didn't come from the head coach. Came from an assistant coach. And my hat's off to Spider for doing that. But you young men, let me explain something to you. You give it all you can on the floor. And I don't care if somebody's talking junk to you and all that stuff. Larry Bird talk crap to everybody he played. Michael Jordan talked crap to everybody he played. But the difference is that they told you what they're going to do, and they did it.
And they did
it. And they did it. But what I'm trying to tell you young ball players is, guess what, guys? You don't go by what happens on the floor. When the game is over, you leave it on the floor.
Exactly.
Leave it all on the floor. And you shake hands. The better team won this night.
That's it.
You could be the better team next time.
Exactly.
But I was very disappointed in those kids because I know those 3 kids that did that too. And I was very, very disappointed in them. But
I was listening today about the Celtics. They say Kevin Garnett talks trash all the time.
Oh, Kevin Garnett, they can't go without talking trash.
But
that'd be like Kevin Garnett not swearing on the court.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I meant.
You got a better chance of seeing Elvis on that one, pal.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. He talks all kind of crap. But the thing is, it stays on the court.
Right.
It's part of basketball.
You got to leave it there.
But as far as these young ball players are concerned, they got to smarten up. And we got let's see, we got some pretty good teams this year. I think Volk has lost 1 game so far. As of tonight, I hate to say this, but as of tonight, it'll be 2 losses. Because they're playing Wareham. Okay. They're playing Wareham. We think there should be more trash talking in golf. The guys in the back are saying they think there should be more trash talk because you can't see it. There should be more trash talking in golf. Could you imagine that? That'd be something else. Poor Tiger for the next year. They'd be talking junk. Oh my God. Anyways, where was I? Oh, vocational. I hope they can beat Wareham, but I doubt it. I think that'll make 2 losses for them. Wareham has 2 losses. One they lost in the tournament, the other one they lost to East Boston. New Bedford Highway is 5-5. They lost to Durfee the other night. They had Durfee, I think it was 53 to 43. And I shut it off because I had to go somewhere. And when I came back, they lost. Yeah. They lost by 3. I think New Bedford's record is 5-5. Dartmouth's won 3 games and they're having a tough year. Not that the kids aren't trying, because they are. They're having a tough year. Stang, not a bad year. Who else in the area? Fairhaven's having a mediocre year. As far as the girls concerned, Dartmouth and New Bedford and Wareham are the 3 powerhouses, it looks like, for the area. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, and we'll see who comes out with a state championship.
Yeah.
But again, my last word on that, on local sports, and as far as the Wareham situation is concerned, you got a heck of a ball club there. My thing is, it should be about the kids. It should be about their schoolwork, and it shouldn't be about a state championship.
Right.
And I just think it's otherwise.
I agree.
I've watched. I've been there for a few games, and I've watched them in our summer league, and it should be about their schoolwork. And that's what I told that person. I almost said his name. I almost said his name, but that's what I told that person, and I told him, I said, you know, what happens on between those 2 lines stays out there. But the thing is what happens in between those 2 lines, is important, but it's not as important as you getting an education and taking the time to do what you got to do now. Exactly. Because without those school marks, you go nowhere. Yep. You go nowhere. You want to play school or college ball, you can forget it. You keep up with the marks you guys got, but. That's me for local sports. Sure. And if you want to see a good game, go to Dartmouth tonight. Should be a real good game.
508-979-1600. Where is everybody tonight? Everybody that was calling last week, we want to hear from you.
I bet you John is at the New Bedford Dartmouth game.
We want to talk about what's on your mind. Offer Joe some sympathies if you want. Do whatever you feel like doing. Talk about whatever you want to talk about. Apparently some stuff has come out lately regarding Jason Bay. The reason why he never got the contract from the Red Sox. I heard some little leakages from the front office about that in the past few days. They did offer him a 4-year, $60 million contract last summer, to which they considered. And then I guess they heard about some knee issues. Sean, correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you're right.
And so then they changed their mind. So that's why Bay never got the money from the Red Sox.
No, so but the Red Sox offered him recently before he signed with the Mets. I thought they had offered him $60 mil.
I think the other was 60. Was it
60 mil.
It 60 or 65?
I thought it was 60 mil, and the Mets were 65, weren't they? The Mets signed him for $65 million for 5 years.
Okay. No.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
Was it 5 years?
Yeah.
No, 4. I think the Mets was 4.
Was it 4 years? Then who wanted?
If it were 5, it would have been weird.
Okay, the Red Sox offered him 3 years, and the Mets offered him 4.
Give him 4.
That's what it was. The Red Sox offered him 3 years, and the Mets offered him 4. And he wanted that 4 year. Am I right?
He wanted the 4 years.
He wanted the 4 years.
Yeah.
They told me.
They told me.
You can let me type it up first.
What's that?
Let me type before you start reading. I'm a slow typer.
No,
okay, go ahead.
Typer or typist? That's okay, Sean.
Screw it now. I'll just say it. Bay told EEI that the Red Sox wanted him to have surgery in order to get a contract. So, yeah. A knee surgery, and he was kind of shocked by that. So.
Well,
that's only protecting your
investment.
Your investment.
You know, I mean, the game has changed. You know, since free agency.
They want to make sure.
And that's the thing. Sports is not what it used to be.
It's a business.
It is a business. And you know, that's what I was trying to tell Arthur before. You cannot compare, because the best running back of all time is Jim Brown.
Yeah.
There's none better. There's none better. Okay. Then I would say Gale Sayers. Then I would say Barry Sanders. And then I would say Emmitt Smith. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm forgetting about Dickerson, Eric Dickerson.
Yeah, that's another.
The thing is,
Walter Payton.
Walter Payton's another one. But the thing is the sports has changed. It's a business. It's a business today. It is a business. Yeah. It's all about business.
It's all about making money.
And that's what it is. It's all. And I'll tell you, I was sitting, and tell me if you remember this name. Sunday, I was sitting in a meeting with somebody by the name of Roland James.
Roland James used to play defensive backfield for the Patriots.
You got it.
Roland James.
And my boy told me they're trying to